Wonderful girl. Either I'm going to kill her or I'm beginning to like her. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are with issue 92. This is going to be part 2 of this issue. So as we mentioned before, we are going to... Last time we did the prep work. We did the other gun turret controls. The one that we forgot to do clear back in issue 44. Why they did it that way, I don't know. Like, instead of having it be a footnote at the bottom of a page that you may miss, which is clearly what I did, should have, they have plenty of other examples of where they explicitly tell you what to do. So here's the parts that we have. So this is going to fit on here somehow. I would like to think it's only going to fit on one way. It's got these little spots here. I'll just have to figure out which direction it fits on. But that is next time. This time we have this and the ladder. I don't know exactly how that ladder goes in. We'll figure that out here in a little bit. We have these parts. Don't know exactly how that's going to go, but we'll figure that out too. This looks like something that is probably going to go like that. Yeah. And what it's for, I have no clue, but pretty sure that that's supposed to fit in there like that somehow. Yep, and that fits in that little spot. Those fit in there, blah, blah, blah. We'll figure that out. We have these two pieces of framework that we are going to be concerned with. Let's crack this bad boy open. All right, so here we are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these types of framework, 2 solid ones. So let's go ahead and get all of these pulled over here. And they are numbered, so we can make sure that we actually have the right one. Side frame 1, yay. Side frame 2, yes. Side frame 3, side frame 4, here we go, side frame 5. I'll show you that here in a minute. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Side frame 6 and side frame 7. Oh, that's interesting. So side frame 1 is also side frame 7. There you go. They're identical. So you can see they've got the numbers molded. We'll get that to zoom. You can see the numbers there molded. If you get the light just right, you can see it. There you go. So there you go. There's those. There's these. So that's what we're going to be putting on now, which means we are going to need a lot of these little screws. So got a handful here, but we're going to need more. We'll try to get those separated out. Yeah, so we're going to have to get more, as in, nope, not those. I got another bag of them around here somewhere. Here we go. There's more there, so we'll need those. But most importantly, we are going to need the Falcon. So I'm going to get everything situated, get the Falcon brought over so we can start putting these side frames on. And Just so you're aware, when it's time to put the actual plastic on, I'm going to go and do the same thing that I did with the front part of the mandible with the magnet. I'm going to use magnets. So I have plenty of magnets here to use, and if I have to, I will buy more. But so I have plenty of magnets. I used, what, 4 out of 100, and so there's plenty to go around. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll go from there. Let's go get the Falcon. So I'm going to do these a little bit out of order. So it's got you doing all the side pieces first and then finishing up with these tall pieces. I'm going to do these support pieces first because all the other pieces are back here, I believe. So I can shift this around a little bit to make that work. So both of these appear to be identical. So have the same cutout, same length, all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't matter which one goes where. I just need to make sure that I'm using the correct screws. So it's just going to fit in something like that. Let's go ahead and see if we can't use some of these smaller. Yeah, I've got these smaller self-tapping ones. Let's use those. I think those are probably more correct, because otherwise I have to use these longer self-tapping ones, and maybe because by the time I drop that, by the time I have no idea where that went. We'll try another one. So by the time I get the thickness of the metal support here, you can see that, get that to focus a little bit. By the time you get the thickness of the metal support and everything, maybe the longer one is more appropriate. It is going to go right here. And again, just like all the other stuff, this side is where the screw head's going to go. That side's a smaller hole. So these are countersunk screw heads. It's going to go up here between the mandibles. And one of the things I will have to do sooner rather than later is actually weathering that. Oh, look, it broke. Oh, not good. I can glue it back on, I think. We'll address that later. We can get rid of the empty bags. While I've got it in this position where I can kind of see down where the screw fell, I'm going to see if I can find that real quick. And then we'll go on to the last bit of this update. All right, so I still can't find the screw. It might be in the landing gear. Well, I'll look for that off camera. The last thing that we have is to put that in place. I have to look over there, see if that's where it's at. I don't know where I put it. I used to have it like already put in place, and then they told me not to put it in place, and then put this on. There we go. So it needs to go in like that. Of course, I should have glued it in place. My question is, how likely is that going to come out? It could. So, in the interest of being thorough, all right, there we go. It's not completely dry, but we'll let it dry off here over to the side. So that is virtually everything. I've already got the extension for the battery pack. The only thing I haven't done is strung the wires. I'll do that completely off. Excuse me, off. I'll do that completely off camera because I've got some additional parts that I'm going to use for stringing the wires and whatnot. So that will all get done off camera. That now is going to conclude everything for issue 92. Issue 93 looks like we're going to get started with some of the external pieces. Keep in mind, probably going to have to start doing a lot of weathering because once I put the top on, I'm going to have a real hard time weathering the bottom. So I may have to start weathering the bottom now as opposed to after I get the top on. So we may have a few extra episodes in the coming issues. So be on the lookout for that. I want to thank you all for watching, and may the force be with you always.